LoreWarrior Online, LGH-4W Lightray. Overview. When Presenter Marshal Saint-Germain of the Word of Blake militia needed a new heavy scout mech, he turned to Martinson Armaments. They'd already produced successful designs in the Spartan and Initiate battle mechs and were eager to take on the task of creating a medium-class mech capable of high speeds, as well as carrying heavy armor and weaponry sufficient for attack and protection. The new Presenter Marshal approved their new design, which they called the Lightray, for production in 3064, assembly starting soon after. While that first production run was being manufactured, however, the civil war between the Federated Commonwealth and the Lyran Alliance was heating up. Taking advantage of the two houses' preoccupation with each other, ROM agents made successful attempts to steal new technology from both sides. From the Federated Sons came targeting computer technology, derived from captured clan plans and materials. Anxious to put this technology to use, the Presenter Marshal ordered an alteration to the Lightray, removing some weapons to include a targeting computer. The assembly lines were retooled, and all Lightrays produced since have carried the stolen Davian technology. Capabilities. The Lightray is much faster than most other battle mechs for its size, able to reach a top speed of near 120 kph in open areas. This is due to its enormous 385 LTV extra light engine, the largest manufactured for use in a 55-ton mech. The high speed makes the Lightray an effective scout and harasser, though it does lack jump capability. The weaponry it carries is quite effective. The Tronal large pulse laser is extremely accurate when used with the targeting computer, and the backup firepower of the two ER medium lasers and an ER small laser benefit from the targeting equipment as well. Although the Lightray carries fewer weapons than many medium mechs, it tends to hit more often with those that it does have. Tests and battle simulations have shown this to be the case, but performance in actual combat has yet to be evaluated. Deployment. Lightrays have been sent to every militia division, through the 4th Division having received the bulk of them. They've been given an order to test them more thoroughly. Variants. Currently, there are 2 known Lightray variants, the first coming from the first production run produced before the targeting computer was added. It carried 2 SRM-2s and a single ton of ammunition. The second variant was quickly fielded when numerous warriors complained about the lack of ranged weaponry, regardless of the Lightray's speed. This variant replaces the large pulse with an ER-PPC. So it's a 55-ton mech. Chassis is the Geometric 33B Endo Steel. Power plant is a 385 LTV XL. Its cruise speed is 76 and its max speed is 119 kph with no jump capacity. Its armour is the Strasbourg Armaments Type 4 Ferrofibrous, and it has a single Tronal 13 large pulse laser, 2 diverse optics extended range mediums, and 1 diverse optics extended range small laser. Manufactured by Martinson Armaments in Australia and Terra. Communication system is the Blow 107 Net improved. Its targeting and tracking system is the Scope 3580 with targeting computer. And what a looker it is, eh? Oh man, I could see you all rushing out to go find Ironwind Metal prints of this bastard. So it's a walk of 7 and run of 11 with 10 double heatsinks. It has 9 armor on the head, 26 on the CT, 10 on the rear, 19 on the side torsos with 7 on the rear, 18 on the arms, and 26 on the legs. The large pulse is the cavernous weapon on the right arm, while the targeting computer is located in the right torso, with 2 ER mediums in the left torso and an ER small just underneath the chin there in the CT. What a design, huh? God. Art-wise, this is ugly. It doesn't, I mean, even if it was a mech that wasn't another Word of Blake design, it's just bad. Like, the weapons package is fine. Of course it is. It's a Word of Blake thing. Everything's fine with the Word of Blake, didn't you know? But, I don't know, the attempt at a dynamic pose, it looks like it's landing from a drop, which doesn't make a hell of a lot of sense because it's obviously not jump capable. Unless the pilot has just like thrown it off a ledge and it's landing on its weird looking feet. It doesn't really sell the mech though. It looks bad. It's just, yeah, it's not an interesting mech. And as we all know, one of the things that mostly draws you to a battle mech or an omni mech when you first see it is the art. If the art sucks, so you kind of forget about it. This thing is, it's definitely in the sucks category, and it's going to be the kind of thing that you're not really going to pay that much attention to. It's obviously it's decent for what it is. Again, it's one of these mechs that has kind of got all the best parts with very few of the drawbacks. I mean, a targeting computer linked with a large pulse, Christ, that is ridiculous. An all-energy loadout as well, so it doesn't have to worry about ammunition or ammunition explosions. It's got decent armor on its torsos. Not a hell of a lot at 55 ton, granted. 19 on each side torso isn't amazing. A few hits in that location is going to open it up, but it's a mech that, if it does get into that brawling range on the table, it's really going to hurt you quick. Because what the large pulse is 9 damage, and then you got the 2 ERs, so that's another 10, so you got 19, and if you're at short enough range, you've got the other 2 damage. You've got like 21 damage alpha, and it can probably do that at least once with going a little overheat after movement and stuff, and then be able to actually run away, because it can run in a straight line at 11 hexes if it's available, or run around terrain to hide, to basically bleed off any excess heat and come back again. So yeah, it's I imagine it'd be quite a bitch to fight. Outside of that, yeah, it's unlike the Kronos, which I felt there was a lot to talk about with the idea. This is just another one of those, we need to bulk out our new enemy faction thing. Let's make a mech that's do a write-up for a mech that's in the medium category, and it's not designated as a trooper. It's not a scout. I mean, what is it? What is this thing? Attack and protection. So is it a raider? Is it meant to be going into the sort of outer fringes of the great houses and making like hit and run attacks? Is it supposed to go deep into enemy territory like a lot of energy loadouts do, and then sort of like harass troops? And in a protection role, it doesn't actually have amazing range, because pulse lasers tend to obviously have slightly less range for the trade-off of better hit rate and the same damage. So does it protect convoys? Does it protect like forward areas? Like what's the deal? The write-up doesn't really give you a lot, other than it's really fast and it's got a targeting computer. that's it. Also strange that I mean this is probably one of those writing things that I'm sure someone will clear up. It's strange that after the battle on Tukid, you would have thought that the Comguard prior to the schism would have gotten hold of plenty of examples of clan targeting computers, that they probably could have started, retroactively working on them themselves. So you would have had Comguard produced targeting computers. It's just weird that they had to steal the tech from the Federated Commonwealth. That's a bit of a strange one. I don't know. It's something I don't know. I probably would have written it differently, but well, whatever. That's the Lightray. It's fugly, and it's a slightly OP design for the evil bad guy group. Surprise. Yeah. Well, sorry, bit of a downer on that one. Sorry, not a lot to talk about. It's just another one of those boring designs. God, I can't get rid of this cough. Sorry. Anyway, I'll leave you there. Have a good one. Thanks again. Bye. Bye.